The 2024 special Republican primary for Nebraska's U.S. Senate seat concluded with a shocking outcome, as voters overwhelmingly favored incumbent Pete Ricketts over a challenger who executed a textbook campaign. John Glenn Weaver, a retired Air Force lieutenant colonel with a distinguished military background, waged a traditional campaign that showcased his dedication, yet he lost to Ricketts by a wide margin. This election exposes a troubling disconnect between voter choice and candidate merit, raising profound questions about the electorate's decision-making process and the enduring appeal of a deeply flawed public figure. Weaver embarked on an exhaustive campaign, driving across all 93 Nebraska counties to meet voters face-to-face, a testament to his commitment to grassroots engagement. He attended countless county Republican meetings, engaging with local leaders and grassroots supporters, delivering speeches that championed conservative values, border security, election integrity, and fiscal responsibility. His platform resonated with many, as he consistently called out Pete Ricketts for a litany of alleged lies, corruption, and ties to globalist entities, accusing Ricketts of undermining Nebraska's sovereignty and prioritizing elite interests over the state's citizens. Weaver established a robust online presence through social media platforms, sharing his positions and critiques, while securing endorsements from the Nebraska Republican Party and over a dozen county GOP organizations, including Lancaster, Sarpy, and Seward counties. This widespread support, coupled with his momentum from state party backing, positioned him as a formidable contender against the entrenched incumbent. Despite these efforts, Weaver lost every single county in the primary, with vote shares averaging approximately 15% to Ricketts' 79%, and a third candidate garnering around 6%. The incumbent, Pete Ricketts, prevailed despite a tenure as governor and senator riddled with controversial and widely criticized policies. As governor from 2015 to 2023, Ricketts implemented COVID-19 health mandates deemed tyrannical by many, failed to curb Black Lives Matter riots that disrupted communities, and designed policies to admit thousands of illegal immigrants, a stance continued as senator through funding programs that perpetuate this influx. His decision to alter the state motto from "The Good Life" to "The Good Life is Calling" aimed to attract foreign workers, a move linked to agricultural scams and interconnections with globalist financial institutions. Ricketts' record also includes opposition to voter integrity measures and presidential election fraud denial. He is known as being stupid, self-righteous, egotistical, and bizarre, and as having a disdain for Nebraskans, whom he supposedly represents. Critics highlight his aloof and condescending nature as a public figure, often projecting a sleazy and off-putting demeanor that contrasts with his attempt at a polished political image. Pete Ricketts has faced widespread criticism during his time as both governor and senator, with allegations of fraud, waste, and abuse casting a shadow over his tenure. As governor, he was criticized for squandering taxpayer money on poorly managed programs and inefficient health initiatives, while engaging in cronyism by awarding state contracts to political allies. As a senator, the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, has highlighted wasteful federal spending in which he, along with other congressional delegates, has been implicated. His substantial financial contributions to political campaigns and initiatives have raised concerns about undue influence and accusations of purchasing political favor. Additionally, his support for sending federal funds to Israel and Ukraine has drawn ire for prioritizing foreign interests over domestic priorities. During his governorship, his extravagant spending, favoritism in appointments, and acceptance of large political donations reinforced perceptions of a self-serving leadership style, deepening public dissatisfaction. Weaver's loss, despite his impeccable campaign, reveals an electorate often characterized by political analysts as insufficiently informed, easily swayed by name recognition, and prone to supporting familiar figures over substantive qualifications. The primary's low turnout, a recurring trend in Nebraska elections, suggests participation skewed towards special interest groups, government employees, and loyalists who prioritize incumbency, possibly influenced by Ricketts' past visibility as governor. These voters overlooked his alleged duplicity, arrogance, and policies that critics argue have compromised Nebraska's safety and cultural identity, opting instead for his established presence. This outcome underscores a critical need for Nebraska voters to awaken to Ricketts' detrimental impact, his health policy overreach, inaction during civil unrest, facilitation of illegal immigration, and aloof governance pose ongoing threats to the state's well-being. The hope lies in Weaver's potential return, building on his established campaign infrastructure and community engagement. His track record of political activity, despite not being a career politician, positions him as an excellent candidate to challenge Ricketts in future cycles, provided voters recognize the incumbent's flaws and mobilize to reject his self-serving tenure. Nebraska's electoral future hinges on this realization and a determined effort to vote out this divisive figure.